get someone to do 30 to 40 reps is like equivalent to just torturing the death out of them. It's just so incredibly painful. So what we want to be is practical, right? You know it takes effort, right? But you don't want to just have this unbelievable suffering every time you work out. So we want to weight heavy enough that you reach that muscle failure at a rep range that is tolerable for you. And so in my case, I'll give you just a quick, simple example. We train slow at MEDFITNESS, so that means that we lift the weights up in 10 seconds and down in 10, really slow. And so my weights are pretty heavy, but we usually recommend between 4 to 6 repetitions. In conventional terms, that would be, if you're just kind of going faster, that would usually be 8 to 12 repetitions roughly to muscle failure. We're doing fewer because each rep is longer. But so I would do 4 repetitions, and my clients would ask me, well, why are you only doing 4? Because I'm over here doing 6. I said, look, I just want the suffering to be over sooner. I just would rather get it done with instead of suffer through a painful 5th repetition and a painful 6th repetition. Why not get it done sooner? So we've created what we call a 4-rep workout where we have a heavier weight, people get to muscle failure sooner, and it's still just as hard, but less muscle burn, so to speak. So we have less of these metabolic byproducts building up in the muscle. So what I'm saying is that choose the rep range that works for you. We want you to fail. We want you to get to the point where you can't do the next one. That's the stimulus that gets the change going, to make you stronger, healthier, etc. But you can do it with, whatever number of reps that accommodates you. But in general, I'd say lean towards a weight that feels heavier because you'll just get there sooner. You don't want this to take 5 minutes to get there. My one exercise for me takes a minute to a minute 20 seconds, and then I'm done. That's it. I'm not doing 3, 4, 5 minutes of bench presses here. 1 minute to a minute 20 seconds. That's it. So it doesn't matter, light or heavy, go to muscle failure, but I would vote for heavier so that you get it done sooner and endure less suffering in the process. So, all right. I've never met anyone who says, my goal is to endure as much discomfort as possible in my strength workout. Well, that's not an average human being, if that's what you're telling you. So, all right, so light or heavy, choose the load that you want, but I would vote towards a little bit heavier versus lighter to train at a level that is doable for you. Now, what about sport-specific training, guys? If we're runners, shouldn't we be adding running and strength training together to get the best bang for our buck? Shouldn't I have ankle weights on or a weighted chest vest or do these things as I'm running to sort of stress my running muscles and see if I can't become better that way? This is equivalent to the worst way of practicing running. I won't ask our team here, but what is the worst thing you can do? If you said, hey, I want to be a fast runner, what's the one thing that if you did it, I guarantee you won't be a fast runner? Don't ever run, right? If you keep saying, I want to be a fast runner, but I'm going to go over here and study engineering for 6 to 10 hours a day. And you tell me again, I want to be a fast runner, I got to go study engineering. Nothing wrong with engineering, but if you want to be a fast runner, what do you have to do? You have to practice running